Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdut's Newsstand, and the Arkham games are classic. They are something that every Batman fan can pick up, they can enjoy, they can be Batman, they can be Nightwing, they can be Harley Quinn or Catwoman, they can go against the Rogues Gallery like Ra's al Ghul, like Mr. Freeze. But we need to talk about the designs of the women outdated, because I came across an article yesterday and it's actually been on my mind ever since. It is an article basically saying that the female, basically the female designs are outdated in the Arkham games. And yes, it is all going to come down to sex appeal. I've done this video on different topics before and my stance on it stays true. There should be no censorship in any type of art. And it sucks, but that's how it has to be if you want to have real growth in art, if you want to have creatives being able to do what they want, if you don't want to have a judgmental eye constantly upon you when you are creating something, whether it is a comic book, whether it is a game, whether it is a TV show. Of course, you are going to have overhead censorship from the company that you are making it for. That is absolutely unavoidable. But when it comes to female designs, we have seen a shift recently, and a lot of the sex appeal has been dropped. Now, I want to talk about where I stand on this, because I absolutely love these games. I have played and beat them all except for Arkham City. I have not got all the Riddler trophies, but I did in Arkham Knight. Yes, that took too many hours of my life, and I wouldn't change it one bit. Phenomenal games. And the designs, in my opinion, still hold up. Let's look at them individually, because first off, one of the designs that were praised in the article I came across was Nightwing. And of course, Nightwing looks great in all of these games. And the proportions, specifically, they say the proportions are great. Now, women have a weird obsession with Nightwing's butt. Let's be real here. We know what you meant. But why is it okay for you to say the proportions on Nightwing are phenomenal, but when it comes to Harley Quinn, when it comes to Catwoman, the male gaze is a problem? Now, beauty should be able to exist, in my opinion, in all sorts of forms. If you take Harley Quinn's outfit in, say, Arkham Knight or Arkham Asylum, or I don't think she's in Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and you compare it to what we're seeing more recently with the Suicide Squad, you can definitely see a change. Does that mean that Arkham is sexier? No, not necessarily. I absolutely love the design, the voice acting, everything we've seen so far from Suicide Squad game. I think Harley looks phenomenal. It is just a different design. That is the one great thing I love about Harley Quinn, is she can shift so quickly between different outfits, and it works for her character because it's been done for so long. And this outfit in Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, looks great on her. But that doesn't take away the fact that she still looked great in the Arkham series. I absolutely loved her design. My favorite would have been the backup story in Arkham City after Joker has already passed away and she's real gothic looking. Beautiful design. The male gaze is not an issue with characters that are meant to be relatively male gazy. Could they have zipped up Catwoman's top? Sure, probably. But let's even compare Catwoman to something like Jim Ballet. It is absolutely less male gazy, if that's a word. And then you compare it to something like, say, Selena Kyle from the new movie we've seen. There is not a single soul I would wager to guess that would say that Selena Kyle in this new movie is not sexy. Just because she's showing cleavage doesn't mean she's sexy. Just because she's showing cleavage in the other one doesn't mean she's trampy. They're just different designs. They are just based off of different things, whereas Selena Kyle from the movie is more, I would say, based off of Darwin Cook era Catwoman, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. She's just as beautiful. But to go back and retroactively downgrade these games, to say that the designs are outdated, I think is degrading to the game, to the creatives, to the people that put their hard work and time into these games. And of course, we're talking about Screen Rant here, so a lot of these are just opt-eds, and I am just giving my opinion upon their opinion. So what do we have, an opinion sandwich? I don't know. But even so, this is an opinion. This is an opinion held by few. And I would say we have seen a huge shift in the way that the male gaze is portrayed on screen. We get more realistic body types, which I've talked about plenty of times. I think is phenomenal. I think it is great to have, as long as you're not glamorizing obesity, different body types are great to have on screen. I talked about how great I thought it was that Why the Last Man did a great job showing all of that. But that doesn't mean we can't still have femininity. And that's where I take issue with this. I take issue with the fact that because you want a more realistic female, you leave behind the ones that love being feminine, that love having that sort of sex appeal, that love and put a lot of work into what they do. And by extension, in a weird way, aren't you saying that that's not a good thing to have by changing everything, by saying the male gaze is bad? Yeah, of course. No man should go up to a woman and think that they are entitled. That is not what I'm saying. I am saying there are women out there that put hours and hours into what they look like, and they are allowed to. There are women out there that put 2 seconds into what they look like, and that is okay too, whatever way you want to be. But don't retroactively come in and say, this is too sexy, it's problematic. No, this is a video game that millions and millions of people enjoyed and still enjoy to this day. These women are allowed to be sexy. There could be a frumpy woman in there. Would you complain about that? That is okay too. It is up to the artist and to the company creating it. And I think it's almost insulting to a point to women that try. I really, really do. So this is silly. This really is dumb. There's no controversy here. Stop trying to make one where there is none and just let these women, these designs be beautiful and let people enjoy them. It is an object. It is, you can't objectify necessarily something that is not real. If you were talking about a real person, this would be an entirely different situation, entirely different conversation. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about this article, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.